Boys and girls, cats and squirrels, today I want to give you my honest opinions on what I've seen from Liberty Falls. But does that mean anything good? Does that mean anything bad? Or does that really matter at all? Let's see once we actually get our hands on the game. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, sub, and comment down below, and let's get into it. So first and foremost, I just want to say none of this content is my own. I want to credit Mr. Dalek JD and all the other COD creators for having this footage out there. I'm just going to commentate what I've seen. He'll be linked in the description to this video. All right, so now that we have that out the way, let's talk about Liberty Falls. So Liberty Falls seems to have been marketed poorly, is what the consensus of me and my fellow COD zombies connoisseurs, I guess you could say, have agreed upon. The game itself looks to be perfectly fine. It looks to be Cold War II, essentially, which that's what it's always going to be called, even though it's not fair. But this is essentially just a Cold War DLC 5. If Cold War were to have a DLC 5 or 4 or whatever it is you want to call it, this would have been it. It fits perfectly with that style of gameplay. It's like an already, you know, kind of established map. Doesn't seem like it would have taken a ton of work. It's one of the most safe things you could ever do, and seems like it's going to set up a lot for the next, what I'm going to call Project Janus crew map. Now, that kind of sucks, yes, because at first glance, you're like, oh, well, that's just a boring, you know, base map from zombies. But like I said, Terminus Island is the bigger map. This is the smaller map. It seems like this is the giant to Terminus's Shadows of Evil. It seems like they just marketed it poorly, because when the marketing came out for all of this, the map seemed to be a lot bigger, a lot different, and a lot, generally speaking, more content, I guess. That doesn't mean per se there won't be a ton of content in this map or a ton of fun, enjoyable, you know, Easter eggs to do, but it means that a lot of people feel lied to about the mode because of that. I think, let's just say, the zombie models and everything about this game mode, it's going to be a fun, arcadey action shooter type of thing, just like Cold War, for sure. Terminus seems to be the harder map, the harder Easter egg, everything like that. And then this will just set up for the next map, which we can only hope will actually be harder and more, you know, over the top and enjoyable. Gobblegums, as you can see there, pretty cool still. I didn't actually see anyone earn Gobblegums, I don't think. I don't know if they had that deactivated or what. I'm not sure. It seems to be the Cold War perk system as well, where you can get all the perks, but the perks, they, you know, they're starting at 2,500 and increasing incrementally, which people didn't think that was going to be the case, and I told them it would be the case, and that's what it seems to be. So I'm happy I at least had my expectations for that in the right place, but it is unfortunate that we don't have, you know, everything perfect. And there seems to be a lot of traps on this map, actually. That's going to be really fun. I think that if zombie, like, damage slash health, you know, like, the scaling is infinite, essentially, of the health at the bare minimum, then this map's going to be really fun to do round 100s on, just because of the traps alone. There's going to be fun strategies with that. But we don't know the scaling, and it seemed really easy, especially with the Rampage Inducer, to actually be able to, you know, do the map, like, just to get through rounds, get points, get through stuff, keep going, move, get through stuff. And Pack-a-Punch was obscenely easy. You open like 4 doors, maybe 5, and then you're to the church where you get Pack-a-Punch. A lot of people seem to dislike that. I personally don't have an issue with it, because it doesn't matter to me. But when a lot of people's expectations were like, it's gonna be like a quest, like, you know, the older games, that's what gets it in the wrong spot. If we look at, you know, how Terminus's was marketed, though, we can see that it wasn't ever gonna be like that. So, oh, I got the hiccups here. We know now for certain that the main focus of these maps are gonna be the Easter eggs and the story, rather than high rounds or, you know, anything else like progression-wise like that. Melee Macchiato. The text also looks a little goofy at times when it's popping up, but I'm sure you can disable that or change your HUD around to make it different, etc., etc. But being in the Dark Ether, bro, it looks phenomenal at the bare minimum. And I have a feeling that even though you can get Pack-a-Punch really easy, like I said, the Easter egg is going to be the main point, and I think it will revolve around the Dark Ether still, and probably also around that underground lab that we saw in the, you know, trailer for, not trailer, the cutscene for Liberty Falls. There's going to be a lot of more content, in my opinion, on this map, but it's all gated behind Easter egg type steps. There was a vault that you couldn't get into, and I think that's going to hold some, if not most of the content to this map. There might even be some like graveyard Easter egg here. There's plenty of stuff for, you know, Fair to do. It's just that unfortunately armor is really broken still, in my opinion. And I think the game mode, to the hardcore fans, they're going to be disappointed because it isn't as hard of a game if you don't turn on the Rampage Inducer, and people feel like it's a bad thing to have to turn on the Rampage Inducer to actually get, you know, a hard game mode. But let's quick skip ahead here and look at the ray gun, because this thing is busted, bro. I'm not even kidding. This might be better than the actual Cold War ray gun. Oh my gosh. Just the way it is in this game looks so good. The sound design, everything about this game aesthetically is great, but the atmosphere on this map's a little off. Something about it just doesn't feel right. And like you can see, we skipped ahead maybe 15 minutes and he's already on round 19. He was on round like 5 when we left. So rounds go by really fast, but the scaling's got to get harder to the late rounds, in my opinion. Otherwise, I don't think it's gonna be able to be as hard as people hoped. It does also seem like you're going to have to upgrade weapon rarity and Pack-a-Punch level as fast as you can in order to actually stand a chance without a wonder weapon. The wonder weapons seem really good, but oh, well, I haven't seen the jet gun. I'm going to skip ahead to that in a second. But the ray gun seems really good, but the base weapons don't seem anywhere near as good. It's what I've been hearing from a lot of people. I watched a lot of the ray gun because I was watching Lego Unlocked. It seemed like that was really good, which is a positive, but it made the game seem really easy. And you see right there, Dalek just took like 3 hits there, and it just doesn't seem like he should have been able to take that many hits there. He's just messing around. Like, it's gonna be a fun, cool game to mess around with and do fun movement text, but like, he should have been a lot closer to death there, in my opinion. But as you can see, the ray gun's it's just annihilating hordes here. Like, it's not a question. Zombies don't stand a chance. But I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, and now this is gonna be my first time seeing the jet gun. I want to see how it works in this game. Apparently it doesn't like break, actually, which is real nice. Another gripe that a lot of people are gonna have with this game is that there doesn't seem to be a set crew on this map. I could be wrong, but from what I saw, it doesn't seem like there's a set crew, which is unfortunate. Not even a set crew of operators that we could call the Janus crew, you know, that are just operators from multiplayer. I do like this arsenal thing. It's pretty cool. Just like yelling at you and whatnot. What was that? Did he just get hit across the map with that? That's weird. But this, I want to see how the jet gun works here, because like I said, I haven't really seen it. It looks pretty fun. I think it'll be good as long as it doesn't, you know, break. It can overheat. It can be like the paralyzer, but just don't break. Yeah, so that's what it seems like it's going to be like, as far as I can tell. Holy crap, this does a lot of damage. It looks like the die shockwave, but like on steroids. So I'm excited for this. 2 wonder weapons in this map, you know, and potentially a third if we do get the wonder wap. It feels like the wonder wap should be in this map. Igniting enemies? What? Okay, then. It does seem exactly like the Die Shockwave, though. Just reskinned, almost. That's interesting. I feel like the Wonder Wap is going to come back on this map, though. It just feels right. I don't know. People weren't getting it from the mystery box, though, so that's an interesting thing. All in all, if you enjoyed Cold War Zombies, you're definitely going to enjoy Liberty Falls. If you didn't enjoy Cold War Zombies, you'll definitely enjoy Terminus. Or you should hopefully enjoy Terminus. Manglers are actually talking. That's good. There's loot keys and stuff like that. It just seems as though this is going to be the map that a lot less people play, which is unfortunate because there seems to be a lot of content still here. This vault here. Oh, Dalek got into it? Oh. Okay, I didn't know he got into it. Maybe there is less space in here than I thought. This map just seems very small, that's all. I hope it's got more depth to it than we thought. But who knows? All in all, I think the game looks fine as like an actual game standpoint, but it looks iffy on whether or not, you know, the game is going to be accepted because of both maps or just one map. And it seems like Liberty Falls is gonna tank down the game score quite a bit. But if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, sub, and comment down below. It's much appreciated. It makes you a goat. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.